We're about 10 miles due east of the U.S. Capitol building at Northwest Stadium in Landover. Today, rivals meet in the NFC East. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Has a set. Off we go from Landover. Whoa! He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led out by the veteran of so many teams. We don't have time to tell you how many teams. Man has got a lot of jerseys in his closet. It's Josh Johnson.
He falls into a category, Mike, of the ultimate journeyman. And I just think it's a credit to him that he's been able to stick around this long in the NFL in a clear backup role. And it just speaks volumes to the presence that he has in the quarterback room. Now, he's not the guy you're going to give the keys to your franchise to and build your team around. But every time he is called into action, he seems to deliver. Now, that's the case here today. And if history tells us anything, he's going to rise to the occasion, and he's going to give his team a chance. And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
He'll complete this one. Deebo Samuel. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
They get 18 on that one. Good for a Commander's first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. Donovan Izaraku able to pursue his man and drop him for a loss of 4.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
He'll look to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, 3-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. his processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, it's Dak. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it's going to bring up a third down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And they'll get maybe a yard out of that. Not nearly enough. It'll be fourth down.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On fourth down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. Jalen Lane is deep for Washington. This is taken at the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Commanders' offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Slot man gonna move in motion left. A screen set up for Krosky Merritt. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
But it's going to wind up incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it'll be second down.
Teams practice this every single day. It's just scramble drill, and there's just basic rules once the quarterback breaks contain. If you're deep, work back to the quarterback. If you're short, go deep. And just make sure everybody works their way in phase in the same direction as the quarterback. Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Cowboys offense ready for their second possession. They start with outstanding field position, trying to get the first points of this game. It'll be 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's down. Short throw, caught by Ferguson. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And third down, coming up.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He'll get this one complete to Schoonmaker. Pick up a 14 as he takes it to the 14.
14 yards. And the Cowboys first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's a screen set up to Williams. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Second down, they need 7. To the air again, Prescott. He's got his big tight end, Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys.
But I think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. So far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Now it's the Arizona product that is deploying Koski Merritt. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
He takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 1. The motion man here is McLaurin. The toss right side, and here's Koski Merritt. Down the sideline is the 40. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, You can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Back to the air once more on second down. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll be third down.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
A 44-yard attempt.
Udi's kick is good. And the Commanders are on the board. It's 7-3.
Commanders
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. Devontae Turpin on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Cowboys offense getting set to get back to work. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. A gain there of 23 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
The key to these toss plays, Mike, is that the back has patience. It's a mixture of you want to get that ball out on the edge quickly, but you also have to give time for the big boys out in front to give you some blocks. So really well executed there, and it led to a big pickup.
Overrunning in a flash, and he lost the football. Looked like one of the Cowboys was there to recover. Indeed, they will keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Incomplete.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
Dak facing 3rd and long. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That is going to be called in. He's got it. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He gets it to go. Cowboys extend their advantage to 14-3.
14. Commanders 3.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To begin the drive, and it's Bosky Merritt. And he gave one man the slip, and going to take this one forward. Pick up 3.
27-yard line. 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Right back to Bosky Merritt. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
3-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to be taken down. Pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it at the 1st down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
That's to Bosky Merritt. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Washington.
That's another.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
That's to the rookie out of Virginia Tech, Jalen Lane. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. That's a quick throw over to Samuel. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
Washington.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. He'll throw. And he kept that play alive as long as he could. But the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. Jadeveon Clowney in for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Here's Tress Way now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Trying for the old school Coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's going to be brought down past the 20.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
We are through 1. 14-3 is the score. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On to the 2nd quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Play action now. Prescott. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, Cowboys.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. It's another run here for Williams. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
A 2 3-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got a receiver. That's Lamb. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Cowboys.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That's made by Pickens. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Pickup of 6.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
On the play fake, Dak. The second down throw is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Third and short. Prescott.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, he's able to pick up the first down.
Here's 1st and 10. They put Pickens in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
There hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Second down, Prescott. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. That one taken in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown, Dallas.
And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Aubrey now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Cowboys move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Commanders 3.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the squad in this range. From the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band. Sign this deal with a lot.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense headed back out, along with the guy who goes by Bill, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. They'll send a tight end in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one, on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
That one, incomplete. Good job, Facebook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
Open man, left side, he's got it. Loose inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 72 yards. Touchdown, Washington. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Now, Jake Moody for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10.
Commanders 10.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. There's C.D. Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard spot. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. On play action. Here's Dak. Left side, caught by Lamb. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback. Like, they don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off, hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
Second down and 3. Pistol now for Prescott. Hits it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. And he won't try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And third down coming up.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
That's another Cowboys first down.
It's just been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field. But they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
They run over center with Williams. And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 9.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
He'll step up and run.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Cowboys.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Williams. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. This one caught at the floor. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in his first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, and Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good. Cowboys add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders offense sends back out along with the guy who goes by Bill, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Start the drive with Krosky-Merritt. And not much there. He's back to the original line. He'll gain on that.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
He's brought down at the 31. That's a gain of 4.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. They'll look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And with defenders closing in, he says enough is enough and slides to a halt there. A big play there for Washington. It's a gain of 43 yards.
And what a decision to turn into a runner and tuck that ball down and go. You could tell initially he's thinking, just pick up the 1st down and get out of bounds. But as the play unfolded, he realized there was a lot more green grass in front of me. For a minute, it looked like he was going to take it all the way, but he'll settle for the big gain. Sets up 1st down.
And Simmons was the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Donovan Izaraku. He gets in there and drops him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. That's complete. John Bates, the tight end. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
It's 4th down.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. Back to throw. He's got it inside the 5. And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance and it paid off. 1st and goal coming up.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
They're going to put a man in motion to the right. He'll look to throw. He's got his man middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Well, that is a step in the right direction. finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Moody now for the extra point. He's got it. The Commanders are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17.
Commanders 17. Jake Moody.
Still a little
to kick
time.
off.
Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Going to throw it here on first down. Well, left side, caught by Ferguson. And a muck him down just shy of the 40. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
13 yards.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
A gain of 10 yards.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. First and 10. To throw is Dak. To the outside, looked in by Lamb.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Second down and 8. They'll throw again. Dak. That's brought in right side by Pickens.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Prescott again. He's got his man. It's Pickens. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Aubrey, his is good. And the Cowboys tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the 2nd half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to 23-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Dak gonna run with it himself. And he'll give himself up here. It's a gain of 5 on 1st down.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. That's a nice pickup there.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. Here's Dak to throw. Short throw brought in by Schoonmaker. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got enough. They convert on 3rd down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
He finds a seam, a good run, up past the 40. Let's give him 9 on that one.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll go again here with Williams. He is belted in the backfield. What a shot he took. It's going to be a loss of yardage. What a play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league. Really, Mike, they're not really in trouble.
And they'll take this down inside 35. 13, pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another 1st down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Good physical run. He'll wind up as a gain of 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a hit.
And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And the tackle is made at about the 6.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Again, Prescott to the air. And he's in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. And the Cowboys will extend this third quarter lead.
Commanders 17.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. And he's down at 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. On the zone read, Krosky Merrick. He'll get about 2. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
So, from the 26-yard line, here is 2nd down and 7. He'll drop to throw. He'll step up and run this. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On the give, Krosky Merrick. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass, and I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
He'll get that to his tight end, Ben Sinnott. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. 12 yards on that hookup. First down, Washington.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far it's a good start. We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off, and now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
Back to the air once more on second down. He keeps it himself.
And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this third down a lot more manageable.
Here's 3rd and 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw. And even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway. And it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down, it would appear. Yes, he does. By a full yard. They pick it up on 4th and 2.
4th down. There's no throwing the ball away. There's no giving yourself up. If you're going to turn yourself into a runner, you got to go get it. And that's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to put his head down, put his body on the line, pick up the first down, and keep this drive alive.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's swung out to Koski Merritt. And a good job rallying for the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. That's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. Now pass deep from McLaurin. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And forced 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. It's Williams. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. 16 yards on the game. And a quick 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
To the left side, he's got Ferguson, and he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
The 45-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Prescott now. Here's a screen set up to Williams. This one will be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Dak facing 3rd and long. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And it's going to be 4th down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Here's Lane. Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. a designed run. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Slot man in motion left. They'll look to throw. That one out of reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level.
On way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Moody's extra point is good. And the Commanders are able to edge a bit closer.
Commanders 24.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll begin with a zone read. And he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Play action now. Prescott. Open man down the field. It's Ferguson. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 43 yards.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if those opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Complete left side to Pickens. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Like, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. Without a stop, your opponent's not going to get the ball. Now, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allowed him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And the Cowboys So you're going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Prescott. Good blocking, and he's in. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Dallas. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. Cowboys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down past 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense ready for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We mighty more Power Ranger. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous. Don't mention.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. The ball comes out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose, you did everything you want, but now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. They'll motion over Samuel. A run out of the gun, Groski Merritt, and he'll have a Commanders first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
A gain of 6.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete.
When you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation, and instead he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Receiver in motion, headed left. On 2nd down, here's Groski Merritt. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Commanders first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. And
job picking up the blitz, and with those extra few seconds, that's all the time he needs. Finds his man streaking downfield, open, and when great awareness meets great scheme, all you need is great execution.
Extra point up and good from Moody. The Commanders are able to cut into the deficit.
31.
So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. First down, it is Williams.
Number 33, Javonte Williams is taken. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Commanders' 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 7. It's another run here for Williams. He'll be stepped up at the line of scrimmage. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Cowboys, first down. 8-yard pickup. First down.
They'll go with Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane close quickly. Here comes 3rd down. Now Prescott. Will bring us to the 2-minute warning. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This a 48-yard attempt.
A 48-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey at the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie second rounder.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. Well, victory well in hand. Still a little bit of time left here, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to end this one. Second and 11. To a knee goes Prescott. And that should do it. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.